Welcome to all students from EN Global Education Everyday Live Session. Today we're having with us Montfort University, which is located in Leicester. And from Montfort University, we're having Hena, and we're having also Amar, and we're having also Joe from Montfort University. Thank you all of you guys to attend this live session. It will be really good for all those potential students who wanted to study in Montfort University in upcoming intake in September or maybe in January intake. So how are you guys?
Very well, thank you.
Yes, all good, thanks. Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
All good, Imran. Thank you very much for having us today, and happy Monday.
And how are you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, had a good weekend, so yeah, not too bad for a Monday, I guess. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. It's quite fresh, all of you. Looks like I believe that everyone had very good weekend.
Good.
Yeah. Ready for a new week, definitely.
Wow, that's fantastic. So before we're going to ask you some questions on behalf of our students, we will go to watch a very short video regarding University of Montfort, and which will give all of our students a little bit of glance like how this university looks like and why students will study in Montfort University and its accommodation and campus. And after that, I will come back to you, all of you guys. Okay? Fantastic.
I can see that she's developed and grown into a beautiful young woman, confident, focused, determined.
We are so proud of her, and we thank the DMU for giving her a full support in what she's studying law.
I burst with pride of Georgia's achievements and the resilience that she's shown whilst working at DMU.
I was given the opportunity with DMU Global to go to Thailand for a week to teach English. It was the most incredible experience, probably the best highlight of my 3 years at university.
One of the main things that I've accomplished here at DMU was being chairman of DMU Saints. It's obviously allowed me to grow so much as a person. So in the future I'm definitely able to take what I've learned here at university and put it into practice.
My highlight at DME has been to be shortlisted for both the Golden Shears competition and the PCA Awards. Designers from Vivian Westwood actually analysed my work and they gave such great feedback, and it was just an amazing opportunity.
The highlight of my time at DMU is when I joined the lacrosse team in first year, and the friends that I've made through that I know will be my friends for life.
The highlight will be getting accepted at DMU, I'm sure, and I've got great family, especially my mum, who supported me, encouraged me that I can do this and I shouldn't let my disability get in the way.
My inspiration for dance actually started from my mum's drama group, and that's where I found my love and passion for dance, and that's what started this whole journey off, really.
My family have been extremely supportive, and they were one of the reasons why I wanted to do pharmacy.
I've had some amazing opportunities at DMU, and it's definitely the right university. I'm so glad I chose it. I could not have done it without the support of my family and friends.
Arabella was determined, extremely creative, she loved to dance and she loved to play. I can see that she's developed and grown into a beautiful young woman, confident, focused, determined. I'm excited about what's going to happen next.
Aisha's been so happy. Actually, I can't see her anywhere else apart from being on this campus.
I'm really proud of what Mason's achieved in life, and without the opportunities of Montfort University, I don't think he would have come as far so quickly in life.
I am very proud of my daughter Adila. I'm very happy, and we're all over the moon. We are very grateful that she got a place at DMU.
Ellie's pretty much been my rock at uni. Anything that I need, she's always been there for me. It was really great meeting Ellie at uni, and I know that she's going to be a friend for life.
As a little sister, Mario was always really cheeky, really rebellious. Over the past 3 years, we've really seen her grow. She's really matured, and we can tell that when she does get a job with an amazing fashion house, which I'm sure she will, she'll be more than ready for it.
I burst with pride of Georgia's achievements and the incredible young woman that she's grown into. And thanks to DMU and Georgia's degree, as she started the next part of her journey, I'm one proud mum right now.
Oh, wow! It was like good feedback from all the students and their parents regarding the Montfort, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's it just shows what how wonderful it is to be on campus and be at DMU and all the great facilities and offering we have there. It's just the proof's in the pudding there with the students and their parents. So really good video. Thank you for sharing that.
You're most welcome. And it was exactly like the parents, they want to see like their kids should be in the safe situation and very good environment and the campus facilities and things. And Amor, I'm coming to you regarding like the university location and the overview about the Montfort University. Could you please share it to our all students, please?
Of course, thank you very much, Imran, and thank you for sharing the lovely videos. They're really good. In terms of the university, I'll just give you an overview because I'm sure you heard this from myself, Hina, and Joe before. So the university, it's located in Leicester City Central. It's 5 minutes walk away from the city center. It's one campus, and we're 15 minutes walk away from the train station. So most of our students, if not all, they don't need transportation. In terms of for the next intake, and I know this is a really common question for our students, are we going to have a next intake? The answer is yes, and we are starting on the 5th of October. And it will be a blended learning, which is online and in-person teaching. Depending on your degree, of course, we will have certain modules online and the others will be face-to-face. Of course, your safety as a student and of course the staff and our colleagues is a priority. So we will have a one-way system. We will have sanitizing points and everything. We need to make sure each and every student, they're safe before they enroll. In terms of support, I mean, the tutors, they will be there. They will be reachable, of course, by email, by different communication. As we're dealing now, we haven't seen you, Imran, in ages, but we're still doing this online. So the same thing will apply for the student. They will be in touch with us, with the academics and with their friends. Until, of course, the whole situation is resolved and everything goes back to normality, which we hope things will happen soon. In terms of students asking about the PSW, it is going to happen next year. So after you complete your degree, you can apply from within the UK. We're just waiting for the government guidelines so we can help you further on how to apply from within the UK. The thing that I would like to highlight about the university, and I'm sure my colleague Hina would briefly mention this in the presentation, that we have over 135 different nationality in the university. It's multicultural campus, and that's the kind of experience I would recommend as an international student that you need to have. Try to network with everyone, try to participate in different societies, take parts in DMU Global, which my colleague Hina will mention as well. Again, that's something really will add more value and more color to your CV. So when you apply for jobs, you will have more and more chances to get accepted. Just speaking about jobs, DMU graduates, we have 97.3 employability rate. That's above the average, Imran, which is about 94% in the UK. The last thing I will mention, I promise, Hina, I will be very quick. There is a placement team in each faculty. I would encourage students to go and speak with them from day one. Go with your CV, with your document, with your cover letter. They will help you from A to Z, and they will help you even with your interview skills. They will get you in touch with the excellent industrial partners that we have in the market. And if you need any help at any time, please do get in touch with Imran from EN Global, and Hina, Joe, myself will be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you, Imran. Hina, the mic is all yours.
Thank you so much, Amal. So I'll go into a very short presentation. We'll give you more of an overview on DMU in addition to what Amar has just said, and then we'll be answering some questions as a team for all of you. So I'm just going to share my screen. Can you just let me know if you can view this? Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So, as we've said, welcome to DMU. We are really proud of the university that we work at, and indeed all of our students as well. Leicester is very multicultural. It's historic. It's the 13th largest populated city in the UK, and we have Europe's largest covered indoor market, which is really nice for our students because the market's only a few minutes walk away from the campus, and it just gives you that lovely feel of the busy environment where you can pick up your fresh fruit and veg, arts and crafts. There's a fish market as well. So it's really nice for students to enjoy and pick up gifts and crafts and things like that as well. So it is a nice big market, and it's often featured in news throughout, the East Midlands as well. On the left-hand side is the map of the UK, as you can see, and there's a big blue dot which represents Leicester. So we are very centrally located, surrounded by some of the other cities that you may have heard of in the UK. And these are all very easily reached. As Amar said, we are only 15 minutes walk away from the train station. So you can hop on the train and go to a different city to explore, or visit friends and family if you have these in the different cities. So here are two shots of Leicester City. The left-hand side is a picture of our shopping complex, which comprises of department stores, cafes, restaurants. It also has a cinema complex, an indoor golf centre. So it's like a bit of a one-stop shop for, not just students, but everyone, all of the public of Leicester. And it's such a nice big shopping complex, and again, not too far away from our campus. On the right hand side is a picture taken of some greenery, and you can definitely find this in Leicester. The great thing about Leicester is that we have the best of both worlds. So if you fancy, kind of the hustle and bustle of the shopping and, being out and about, you've got that. But also if you want some serene time and time out to just chill, relax, have a picnic, perhaps read, then, you've got that option as well in lots of park areas around in Leicester. And indeed, we have a park on campus as well, which I'll tell you a little bit more about as we go along. Leicester is indeed famous, and even if you're not a football fan, you will know, you will more than likely know that Leicester City Football Club won the Premiership title in 2015-16, and this really truly put Leicester on the global map, and it's something that we're extremely proud of. Not only because we live here in Leicester, and our student, DMU campus is in Leicester, but also because Leicester City Football Club are partners of ours, and that raises lots of opportunities, not just in terms for students being able to get tickets to go and watch a football match, but also gives the opportunity to students for some placements as well. So I'll talk a little bit more about those as we go along as well. Talked about Leicester being historic, and there is lots and lots of things to be explored about Leicester and UK in general. This is a shot of our King Richard Centre, which again is not far away from the campus, and you can go and find out more about how his body remains were found in 2012, and it's become very much a focal point of our city. Leicester has a huge community feel, from beautiful, wonderful mosques all around the city to societies getting involved with the community in the city, and representing their culture and the religion to people, and just like having a nice unity. You can expect to find all types of cuisines here in Leicester, from Indian food to Mexican food to Chinese food to burger joints, pasta bars. You never run out of options in Leicester to go out and have a really nice, tasty, affordable meal. But also within campus, we have a food village which serves up fresh, delicious food on a daily basis. And the great thing about our food village, it has lots of different sections that you can go and choose from what you want to eat. So we have a dedicated vegan restaurant, but also we have a pasta and pizza bar, a halal kitchen. So you are never you never run out of choices to choose to eat from. Here's a drone view of our campus. It's very attractive, and it does very much look like this, especially right now since lockdown. We haven't been on campus, but this is how it really looks. We have a gorgeous river that flows through the side of the campus, and all our buildings are quite close together, which makes it really nice for our students to get from one lecture to another. You don't have to walk too far, even if it's from the library to your lecture. Everything is closely knit, and that's a great thing about the campus. It's got that real student vibe in the centre of Leicester City. So here are two shots of our campus on nice sunny days. And you know, it really does look like this at sunset or during the day when the sun's out. And of course, if you're not into the sunny weather and you don't enjoy summer, then you can definitely expect to experience snow at least once a year. And here is a shot of our campus on a cold wintry day. Another view of our campus, just to give you a bit of an insight about the buildings and how close they are together, you know, that you don't have to walk too far from one place to another. So these pink blocks represent university buildings, and the purple blocks surrounding the pink blocks represent our halls of residence. There's a green patch here, and that represents our Castle Gardens, and that's a park that's actually in the campus, which is really fantastic. The campus is really quite unique from other universities in the UK in the sense that there's a lot of what a student would want all in one place, which makes it really fantastic. So each and every one of our international students are guaranteed student accommodation, and you can expect to find comfortable, clean living on campus and surrounding areas. It's also very affordable compared to the other cities in the UK. Leicester generally is a really affordable city. So you can expect to pay around about £800, which would include your bills, food, rent, you know, your daily expenses for a month. However, if you were going to go to somewhere like London or Manchester, then you can easily expect to pay £750 alone just on rent. So you can see that difference in terms of, you know, the affordability of living here in this city. So we have 4 faculties within the campus, and we offer over 400 courses for our students. So there is something for everyone in whatever interests you have and what you want to pursue your career in. We are heavily inspired by industry, and a lot of our courses are accredited by professional bodies. So just as an example, your accounting, if you are going to be doing accounting, then that will be accredited by the ACCA. This is great because you then become a member of the ACCA, and in fact it exempts you from taking the exam when you do enter the world of work, because you will have already covered those bases with us at DMU. We have so many exciting placement opportunities throughout the year for our students, and we have placement teams dedicated to each faculty as well, who are there to offer you advice, support and guidance with your CV writing, mock interviewing, to make you truly ready for the world of work and your placements indeed. So these are just some of the places that you can expect to go for a placement opportunity, including some of our students have even gone out to really huge banks like HSBC or Facebook, Google. There are just so many opportunities, and these are all available to our students who are proactive and ready for that experience of a placement. So as Emma touched a little bit about our on-campus recruitment agency, we do have one, and you are entitled to work 20 hours during term time to, you know, make a little bit of extra money for whatever you may need. We do appreciate that you've come from a different country and you may need to work, and there are lots of opportunities for you to be able to do that as well. There are no limits for you to work out of term time, but we do want you to, of course, take your studies as a priority and have your full focus on that. As I said, we have an on-campus agency, but we also have recruitment agencies scattered around the city centre as well, with loads of opportunities for you to get a part-time job, whether it be in a restaurant, a call centre, a cafe. We even have opportunities on campus where you can become a student ambassador, which is a really great way to earn a little bit of money, but also really broaden your horizons about life on campus and student life. Along with that, we have lots of volunteering opportunities, and we do encourage our students to take part in these because it, again, really enhances your CV and makes you all the more employable. And we talked a little bit about our successful graduates, and yes, indeed, our students within 6 months have either found further study or employment, and this is 97% of those, which is truly above the national average of 94%. So a national newspaper introduced University of the Year for Social Inclusion Award for the first time in 2019 last year. And we're really proud that we were the first university to be awarded with this title. And it really does demonstrate just how diverse and multicultural we are here in Leicester. And often our students do refer to Leicester as home away from home, but with that British feel as well. So it's the best of both worlds, and really nice for our international students to be here with us in Leicester and indeed at DMU. DMU Global is a fantastic international experience for our students. It gives you a perspective not just of your country where you've come from, but not even being in the UK, but a different country altogether. And it's really nice because you go and explore this country, you find out more about, you know, the course that you are studying, the industry that you are studying towards. It just gives you that extra insight, and again, a brilliant opportunity to enhance your CV. So here is a picture of 4 of our students that went out to New York a couple of years ago and really enjoyed themselves and embraced the culture and, you know, the living of New York. The great thing about this scheme is that it's heavily subsidised by the university, so the student only ends up paying a small amount towards the whole of the trip, which includes the accommodation, the flight, and the food. Whilst you're at DMU, you can become part of a society, whether you're interested in arts and crafts, whether you're interested in football or sports, or whether you just want to meet like-minded people from your culture or your religion. There's a society for each and every student, and we really strongly encourage you to take part in these because it really helps you find out more about life here at DMU, but also meet like-minded people and make new friends. So the entry criteria for Bangladesh is listed here. For undergraduate study, we ask for a GPA of 5, including 4 in English and Maths. And for postgraduate study, we ask for a 4-year bachelor degree from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, minimum 55% or GPA 2.75 to 4. Or a 4-year bachelor degree from a recognised university with a minimum of 60, GPA 3 to 4. In terms of English, if you don't have English or your IELTS, then we are accepting students to come on our internal English test. Spaces are extremely limited now at this time of the year. We are coming very close to our intake, so please do bear that in mind. But alternatively, we are also accepting IELTS indicator, home edition, TOEFL as well. We are actually taking DMU pre-sessional online, and if you're unable to do this, then instead of pre-sessional, we are accepting Duolingo. But please note, we are not accepting Duolingo instead of IELTS. For your applications, most of you have already done your applications, but here's just an overview of what's required. And your fees can start from about 13,000 to 17,000, depending on whether you go for undergraduate study or postgraduate study. There are lots of paying options available and instalment plans as well. There will also be an international surcharge that will be applied, and that's around £400. We do have plenty of scholarships, but they are on a first come, first serve basis. And once we run out, and we won't have any more of these. So please do bear that in mind. And if you do have a place with us and you do have an offer, then do make it a priority to make your deposit payment of £4,000, which will then entitle you to £1,500 scholarship with a £500 early bird discount. But please do bear in mind, we have very limited scholarships now available, coming so close to enrolment in September, October. We have a number of scholarships as listed over here, and terms and conditions do apply. Please also note that we only accept, you can only apply for one scholarship or the other. You won't be able to make an application for 2 scholarships. So do research and see which one is best suited to you and the course that you have applied for, and make that deposit payment and secure that scholarship. Prior to arriving with us, you will get the assistance with visas should you require it. We are arranging for all of our students to be picked up from the airport so that your travel here to DMU is smooth and stress-free. The last thing we want you to do is get stuck in kind of sorting out the logistics of traveling and getting yourself down here. We want to make it as a smooth process for you as possible and get you settled here very soon. Whilst at DMU, you can be buddied up with other like-minded international students, somebody that you can kind of go to with any questions that you may have about life at DMU, or just things that you probably wouldn't want to talk to an academic about. We are huge on health and well-being. We have an on-campus gym, so if you want to make use of that, great. We give discounted rates to our students, so it's a really nice incentive. Lots of Explore the UK options going on throughout the year, day trips, trips away, and you can get involved in these and find out more about the UK that you'll be living in. So the library is on campus. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and if you do require any additional support in terms of English or maths, the library would be the place to go where they'll be able to offer you that additional academic support. And as I said, the gym, we offer discounted rates on campus, and it's just a fantastic gym for our students and the public as well. So it is a big gym that the public of Leicester use. Whilst you're here, there will be an International Welcome Week. This week will be jam-packed, full of information and advice for you in terms of how to open up a bank account, how to register with the local doctors, and all of those kinds of little bits of information that you really require to kickstart your time with DMU. We have an on-campus prayer room as well, so if you want to use that, that is available to you all day, every day. And here is a lovely shot of one of our students last year getting ready to perform during Eid. And, like I said earlier, we are huge on diversity, multicultural, and, all religions and cultures. And, of course, this year during Ramadan and Eid, we were in lockdown, so, we weren't able to celebrate. But last year, indeed, there was a huge celebration for Eid. And, during iftar time, there was there was something on every single evening for not just our Muslim students, but all of our students to enjoy and embrace and, feel part of one big culture. So thank you very much. I shall stop sharing my screen now and come back to you.
Wow. Thanks, Sena. It was really informative presentation for, I believe, for all those students. Like the question they're supposed to ask, and they're supposed to check you already, and you cover all of these questions answer during your presentation, which is really good. And we're already receiving few questions from students, but we are waiting for a few more comes. Then I will come back to you again. So I'm going to Joe now. I think, Joe, how are you today?
Hey, Imran here. Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. That's a great presentation, Hina.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so it was really informative. Like all the information is packed up in your presentation. So tuition fees, course, and everything, which is really good. Joe, I'm coming to you. Like a student, yeah, who want to go to Montfort University. Yeah, they want to know exactly. I know Hina just cover it up, but if you can give briefly discussion about it, like where this university located, how far it's from London, and how far it's from Birmingham City, and which other big city near to Leicester. Because like we having few students, they have some family or friends over there. Maybe they meet with them once a week, or maybe they are coming to campus to see their kids over there. So it will be really helpful for those parents.
Yeah, but that's a really good point. The fact that De Montfort is based in Leicester, Leicester's a very central city within the UK. It's an hour north from London, 40 minutes away from Birmingham and the international airport there as well, 30 minutes from Nottingham, an hour from Sheffield, approximately 2 hours from Manchester. So, there are quite a lot of big cities on the doorstep of Leicester. So I guess if you want to kind of base yourself here in Leicester and whilst you're studying at De Montfort University, it's a really great chance for you to maybe, let's say, if you wanted a part-time job in Birmingham or Nottingham, it's not too far for you to travel. And yeah, so according to the Good Cities for Growth Index 2019, Leicester has actually been voted in the top 10 cities to live and work in terms of quality of life and affordability. So, you know, with that in mind, that just kind of hopefully reassures you that you're going to have a good lifestyle here in Leicester. So you're going to have a good time whilst you're studying at Montfort University, but you're also going to have a great time outside of your studies. The fact that Leicester also has 2 big universities in the city makes it a real kind of, let's say, student city. Whereas, let's say, the likes of London's a massive city, but it's more so a tourist and a financial hub. So you're not really going to have a big student kind of experience. You might have and you also might have to travel from one building to another, which is going to take half an hour. Whereas in Leicester at Montfort University, we have a city centre campus, which is really easy for you to get around. You don't really need to pay for transport either. So it's kind of ready-made for you, making it as convenient as possible for you to really just focus on your studies and have a good time here at Montfort.
Okay, I believe, like, you know, like we always having so many students from, like, you know, they want to stay in, coming from Birmingham, and they want to they have some relatives in Nottingham as well. So as you see, like, as you said, like, it's very close to there. So that will really help for those parents as well. So they can choose Montfort as one of their option. We just going to ask pick some question from the students. Okay. There is one student who is asking, Nahida Parvin, she's asking, like, tuition fees for MBA.
Yeah, the tuition fees for MBA are 16,000 for the year for our international students. I'll just double check that I've got that correct. Yep. Yes, it's 16,000 for our international students, and we do offer a scholarship of £2,500 on that course. So beware of that. You would receive that scholarship.
Okay. Thank you. There is another question. Rubel Ahmed Sani. He's asking. Oh, he already holding unconditional offer letter.
Right.
And he want to, but I want to study January session with pre-session on all English. Can you please tell me when I can get my new unconditional?
Okay. I wasn't aware, Mohammed, that you wanted to defer to January. And if you have sent that request through, I've not picked it up yet, so apologies. But I'll put that request through. I don't think that you will get your offer anytime soon for January, because our focus is right now for September, October intake. So it will be on file, and as soon as we start issuing the letters for January, you know, of course, I can't say if your place is guaranteed at this stage, but we will put that through, and you will receive your letter in due course.
Okay, thank you. And there is another student, he's asking about, like, HR management course tuition fee, MSc HR management.
MSc in HR management.
Yeah.
I think it's around about the same amount, but let me just double check for you. It is 14,100.
Okay, so from this 14,100, how much they will get a scholarship? Like, it's like
£1,000? So with the scholarships, it's the international scholarship, but it is very limited. We have a really small amount left now, and that's £1,500. And if you do make your deposit payment of £4,000 very soon, then an additional £500 would be applied. So you could receive up to £2,000 scholarship, but it's not guaranteed. So please be aware of that.
Exactly. So eventually, if a student make a payment within, let's say, 1 week, and let's say 4,000 to 5,000 grants, so there could be eligibility to get like £2,000 scholarship. Am I right?
Exactly. Yes.
So after 2,000, it will come only £12,000 tuition fee, which is really affordable comparing the facilities and reputation university having, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so once you've made your £4,000 deposit payment, your scholarship will be applied to the remainder of your fees, so that will bring it down thereafter.
Okay. And there is another student asking question. His name is Papu. He said like, okay, is there any alternative IELTS? Because I think he can. He was sitting for IELTS exam, but everything is closed down.
Yeah.
Due to lockdown, he couldn't sit for IELTS. So, what alternative option you guys having?
Okay, so instead of IELTS, you could do the IELTS indicator. You could do home edition. You could do TOEFL. We're also actually accepting Pearson and Cambridge English as well. We are also doing our own internal English test at DMU online, but again, we have very limited spaces, and so it's not guaranteed that you'd be able to take. So do make those other provisions if you're able to.
Okay. We will come back to students' question again. I'm going to Amon now. Amon, could you please share your idea and behalf of the university COVID-19 issue for those students who is joining in September intake? I'm sorry, I think there was a network issues comes.
Yeah, I think there was something. So I think you asked me about if I can share my experience. Is that the question about?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you again this question. Like,
Sure,
yeah, of course. The students, yeah, who is joining this September October intake. Okay, how their course will looks like. They gonna eligible to go to on campus, and what is the university behalf of you guys taking already a strategic plan to minimize all those risks for this all for international students.
That's a really good question. Thank you very much, Imran. So yes, we are ready to welcome every student. Of course, depending on your course as a student. So if you're doing, for example, something like pharmacy, which we need you to be in the lab more because we focus on the practical as well as the seminars. So you will have more face-to-face with, of course, with the guidance. So we will not have, for example, more than 8 or 10 people in one lab when they do the work, because we need to observe, of course, the social distancing. So we need to follow the government guidelines. At the same time, we need to help the student take the practical work that they need. For example, if you're doing more of a theoretical degree, such as, for example, business, you will still have face-to-face when it comes to seminars. However, when it comes to lectures, you will have it online. A few of them will be pre-recorded tutorials or lectures. Others will be face-to-face online. Of course, when I say face-to-face, you will be listening to the tutor or the doctor. You will be answering questions, and you will be talking about, for example, the coursework, the teamwork. You will have regular meetings, and then when it comes to this seminar, when you need to go to the university, they will give you a selected time when you can go. The university will be on a one-way system, just to make sure that students are not going in opposite direction, just to minimize the interaction with the students, just to make sure that there is social distancing, and make sure that they will have the good experience as an international student studying in a UK higher education institute, and being safe, of course, at the same time.
Okay, so this is all those precautions you guys are taking and the strategic plan for the student. But like some students who is holding offer letter, they are wondering, like, some of them want to have some question regarding like when their class will be start. Is there any specific date? Have you guys already come out to it? Like this day will be their starting date?
Oh yeah. That will be the 5th of October. So we are starting for all programs the 5th of October. All
masters for both courses.
Yeah. That's undergraduate, postgraduate. It will be Monday, 5th of October. We are all starting, even the foundation. That's the start date. And of course, the student will complete their registration online. They will have their timetable ready on the blackboard. That's where they sign in. They will have the lectures and everything. Then they will get to know which tutorial or which practical lab that they need to attend face-to-face, when exactly in terms of timing, and how many people will be there, just to make sure that everyone is safe.
Okay, so when it comes like blended learning, so it means like how many days the student need to go to uni? I know it depends on the situation. If situation is changed, then every day a student can go to uni. But like sometimes students' parents there are asking this question, like how many days their kids need to go to class, and how many days there will be class in a week.
That's a very, very good question. And speaking as an international student, I would be asking the same thing. Can you at least show me a timetable? When exactly do I need to be online, or when do I need to be face to face? Unfortunately, I cannot answer this question because we don't have the timetable. The timetable will be generated for all students at the same time. So it's a central system that we have. Every student will have their timetable downloaded on their account. And I can tell you, for example, if you're doing like the student asked MBA, so you will be attending only Mondays and Fridays, for example, on campus, and the remaining 3 days will be online. Unfortunately, I cannot confirm this because I don't know what's the timetable like for mechanical engineering. I don't know how is it for air transport management, or how is it for pharmacy, for example, or nursing. So it depends from one program to another. Unfortunately, this will be a happy surprise for everyone once they started and enrolled.
Okay, which is really good information for the students, because I know like this is depends on different course to course, how many days they need to go and how many days there will be a class. So we're going to take some students' questions, so you guys can give a response to them. There is one student, Shazna Begum. She's asking like Duolingo test. Do you guys accepting Duolingo test?
Duolingo test. We do accept Duolingo instead of pre-sessional, but not instead of IELTS. So instead of IELTS, you can. We're accepting IELTS indicator, our internal English test, TOEFL, Home Edition, Pearson's, Cambridge English. But Duolingo, we're only accepting instead of pre-sessional.
Okay, so when you what do you mean by like we accepting for pre-sessional? It means like if students like their entry requirements is like 6.5, they're supposed to get 105 in Duolingo, but they got like 85, for example. So on that case, you guys taking their Duolingo test?
Yeah, so they can take the Duolingo instead of the pre-sessional, but only instead of the pre-sessional, not instead of the IELTS.
Okay.
So it's just for an entry requirement, Imran. So basically what Tina's trying to say, if you have the Duolingo certificate, you can apply with this just to study pre-sessional, but we cannot waive your English if you're planning to apply directly to a master's degree, for example. So if your entry requirement is 6.0 and your score on Duolingo is, for example, something that we can offer a 4-week session or a 6-week session or 8-week session, yes, absolutely, we can accept the Duolingo. You can study the pre-sessional, for example, from August all the way until October or September. Then you can, of course, we'll do the assessment, and if you pass, you can start your master's straight away. But we can't say, for example, if you have the required score, which is equivalent to 6 or 6.5, we cannot waive the English. We can only use the IELTS indicator. We can use the TOEFL, the Home Edition, the IBT, or we can offer our own English test, which is called the Montfort Academic Test of English, DATE, date, and it's free of charge for students who will receive the offer from the Montfort. So we can book a day, they can get in touch with you, Imran, of course, and you can coordinate it with Hina, Joe, or myself, and we can book the English test.
Okay, good. There is another question from Shazna Begum. Sir, I had completed my graduation from National University and it BSS 3-year pass course. Am I eligible to apply for a student visa? So 3 years pass course. May I give this answer? Because like it's different.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Shazna, Montfort University accepting 4 years bachelor degree from Bangladeshi students, and if you having like national university certificate, then you may need a pre-sessional pre-masters course. Depends on your marking. So if you having your result on your hand, please feel free to contact one of our admission officer. Our number is providing below, or you can drop your text in our social media. So one of our marketing team officer will get back to you. So as soon as we get your all those documents, then we can let you know like which university, or if you are eligible for Montfort University, then how many semester you need to take for pre-masters. Because like this 3 years course directly, Montfort University not accepting. Okay. From there is another student. Can you tell me when I got my offer letter, please? Oh, I think this student, he applied for offer letter.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Sunny, I think like university will send as early as possible. Also, we will note it down, and
Yeah.
we'll try to come back to you with your offer letter as early as possible.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be in touch with you in due course. It won't be long, but we do have the application. I have got it here, and it is in the process. So we will be in touch with you very soon.
Okay. There is another student asking like, what documents do I need for make application for masters?
Okay, so for postgraduate study, you will require 2 academic references. You also need, of course, your application form, a copy of your passport, a really good personal statement as well. Also, proof of your qualifications and transcripts, and IELTS or equivalent if you already have that. I think I've got everything covered there in terms of what you require. But do make sure that you have a good personal statement as well. And if you do have a study gap, please emphasize why you've had this study gap and your reasons for now wanting to study.
Okay. So Hannah, when you say like personal statement, okay, so what especially particular area a student need to demonstrate on their personal statement? I know it's very, very important bit of their admission procedures and documents, because like based on this personal statement, eventually when they face visa credibility interview, they will also get so many questions from there as well. So what would be your advice for the student?
Yeah, so what I always is attach the course that you're applying to. If you do have any relevant work experience, and how does that well? Your personal statement should also something that you want to go to studying with others. It doesn't have to be personal statement that shows your ability to be able to develop your profile, so that we can find out more about you and tell us about your skills and experiences, why are you applying, your ambitions, what you want to do as a career as well.
Okay, I'm coming back to Joe again. Joe, can you tell me please like why like a student will choose specifically De Montfort University, because there is so many other universities, they may have their alternative option, but what would be their main focus? Like what facilities you guys giving to international students? If you want to please describe it for a student.
That's a really good question, and I guess it's quite a difficult question as well, because of course universities have a lot to offer. But what makes De Montfort stand out is the fact that we are a university of inclusion. So we, for example, something that could be of great benefit for Bangladeshi students is that we have a multi-faith prayer room, which we've recently refurbished. And just to add to that as well, in terms of the campus as a whole, we've spent a whopping 136 million renovating our facilities. So it's kind of, hopefully that shows you and the students listening that we are willing to reinvest in your learning facilities and your future. Because of course, when you go to university, it's not just about studying, it's also about investing into your future. You want to make sure that you have the best experience here on campus. So for example, lots of people might think, oh, I want to go to London because they see a romantic, let's say, a vision of London and think, oh, it's going to be the best place ever. But it turns out that in London, you might not have a university campus where you can make the most of the facilities. But here on campus, for you. So we have a discount. So it has a climbing wall, swimming pool, basketball courts, and of course a fully functioning gym as well. And we also have a food court as well, which serves cuisine from all over the world, which is really affordable for you. And there are lots of also study spaces for you to kind of hang out with your friends in terms of doing individual work or group work together. And it's just a really, really nice campus for you just to grow as a person. So that's what I would say kind of differentiates DMU from the rest of the crowd, let's say.
Okay, thank you for your, like all those points, because like students, they need to compare it. And like there is so many other reasons also, because of this employability rate, which is really impressive to your university, which is really attract to students, and the industry networking, which is another good point. I see in the presentation, Hina just covered up that time, like those industry networking, which is also gonna add so many value to their CV. So I'm coming to Omar. Omar, how could you address this question, like when is international student asking like how I can get like job in UK after qualify, like after completing my course, like there is a PSW coming up. Okay, so how, as a university point of view, how you guys helping those students to secure their place, not only study but also their how you guys take care about their job as well?
That's a very good question, Imran. And if you don't mind, I'll share my experience as an international student and the way that I managed to, with the PSW, secure a job. So what I did during my master's, I used to ask for volunteering positions all the time. So as I mentioned at the beginning, and as my colleague Hina mentioned in the presentation, if you as an international student can participate in different societies, also get in touch with the placement team just to ask for volunteering jobs during the summer, or an internship, even if it's small, any kind of experience that you will have within the UK, it will help you with your own experience as well. Adding both together will help you secure a job. So I did my volunteering in a lab for a few months, and I've managed to, of course, after the PSW, to work for more than a year. Then I managed to have another job and I extended my visa, and that's how I managed to do this. So the key to this, I would say, with your own experience from your home country, that's a plus. Try to gain experience within the UK market. So in order to go to the market, you need someone to guide you on how to write the CV, how to write the cover letter, how to do the presentation if there is a presentation, how to answer questions during an interview, and that's where the placement team comes into play. Just get in touch with them. They're really friendly, really lovely. They will help you with any questions that you have. They will get you in touch with the market. So for example, if you're doing engineering, they will get in touch with HP, Rolls-Royce, or Deloitte UK, just to ask for an experience. Also, we have guest lecturers from the market that they come, and they always give lectures or seminars in the university. Speak with the students, try to approach them, take the CV, or discuss something that might be of an interest to you and to the employer as well, regarding your degree, and hopefully you can secure something.
Exactly, which I believe so it will be really helpful for all those international students, because like as international students, I've been international students in the UK, so it was really tough to find a job and how to prepare CVs and cover letters. So if university is supporting those particular area, which will be really helpful for all those international students. I'm coming to Hina now. Hina, could you please tell us, like, the student who is holding offer letter for the Montfort University for the September intake, and who already made payment, what will be their next step? And who haven't made payment yet, who are in indecision now, they are not like 100% sure, are they gonna go this September, or maybe they're gonna go in January intake due to this COVID-19 issue. So how you could address these two particular group of students?
Sure. Thank you so much. So for those applicants who have now made your payment, thank you very much. You will be contacted very soon in terms of having a pre-CAS assessment, where myself or one of my colleagues will go through some questions with you, have a short interview with you to ensure that you are fully ready and prepared to come here to the UK, and that is prior to your CAS. So, and then the process will follow for your CAS letter to then come through, and so forth. In terms of those students who do have an offer but haven't made a payment, I would strongly advise you to get that deposit payment of £4,000 through as soon as possible. As I have said, if you want to take advantage of the scholarship, then this needs to be done ASAP, because we have very limited scholarships now, and we are starting to run out. So if that payment is not made soon, then you could potentially not be awarded with a scholarship. So please do bear that in mind and be mindful of that.
Okay, Hina, and the students keep asking about like the CAS issue. Have you guys started to issue CAS letter for September?
So CAS letters for September will be getting issued over the next couple of weeks. They haven't been issued at this present moment in time, but this is the next process that we are going to be doing. So it will be the next couple of weeks.
Okay, and when would be the last date of CAS issue? Because like some students keep asking that.
The last date of CAS, we do not have that date as such yet, but I will communicate that with you, and you can let the students know. But it's not been decided yet, so yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And some students who are still planning to make an application for the September intake, like what would be your suggestion for them?
Absolutely. Like we've said, our doors are going to be open from the 5th of October. We're really looking forward to welcoming students from all around the world. So please do get your applications in. Like I said, it's more about, if you want to take advantage of the scholarship, then please get your application in as soon as possible so that we can get that processed and make an offer to you so that you can make a deposit payment.
Okay. We're going to we're going to see some students' questions now, and here we go. Shaikat Hussain, he is asking, I have done BBA from private university. Can I apply without IELTS for MBA? And will be the tuition fee for 1 year course?
Okay, so the tuition fee is £16,000 for the year. In terms of your university education, is that private university in Bangladesh?
Yeah. It depends on his CGPA, so he will be eligible if he's getting a good CGPA. But his first part was like without IELTS, so can you just address that?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to apply without IELTS. You do require the IELTS, and I can tell you it's 6.5 that you require.
Okay.
And also, I just wanted to add with the Global MBA. Sorry, it's 6 for the MBA Global, but with the Global MBA, you can also get a £2,500 scholarship.
Okay, there is another question. I will link with this question. Like, is there any work experience needed for MBA?
No, you don't need work experience.
Okay, good, perfect.
No,
so
the short answer is.
Sorry. Okay, it means like it will be like fresh MBA. Like any student who completed their master's or bachelor right now, they can do an MBA without any work experience.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, so you can come in as without any experience. It is designed for you, whether you have experience or not, to come onto the MBA Global. And there's a huge focus on the MBA Global as well. Sort of enhancing your employability, and the course helps you develop your communication and interpersonal skills. So it makes it a perfect course for people early on in their careers that want to develop in business.
Okay, there is another question. In this lockdown situation, how will we start our class? I mean, on campus or online basis? Balika, we already covered these questions so many times. So still, though, I'm just repeating you guys. It will be an on-campus and blended learning course. So if you are still looking for this question, you can see this video after completing this live session. You can go through this video. Everything is already covered up there. and we keep getting this Duolingo test question and IELTS related question, guys. We already covered those particular questions answer quite a few times. So after completing this live session, this video will be all our social media and YouTube channel. So if you guys are really interested, you guys can see from there. And there was like a very good presentation, and Hina just gave it to you guys, so you guys can check out for this presentation, and you will see all those information what you guys looking for in order to get admission in UK and De Montfort University. So I'm going to you guys again, like students who are interested to apply in De Montfort University, how they can make application.
For students that are interested to apply here at DMU, so they make an application. Please go and see Imran at EN Global Education, who will be more than happy to go through the application process with you. That will help you with anything that you're not able to fill in. But your application, send it over to EN Global, and they'll be able to submit that for you and send it through to us, and then we'll get the process rolling.
Okay, and the students who are new to our YouTube channel or Facebook live session, we would like to add one more thing. Like we have a branch in Sylhet and Dhaka as well. So if you are interested to make your application from Sylhet, please feel free to visit our Sylhet office, which is in 3rd floor in Galleria Shopping Complex. And in Dhaka, we have in our office in Dhanmondi. Our office address you can find it out in our Google Map, or you can call any of our phone numbers. So one of our officer will give you appointment time. So due to this COVID-19 issue, we just meeting. We have only few slots every day to meet with face-to-face students, but we trying to do all the consulting, and we can give you all the information over the phone and by online counseling session as well. So you don't need to come out from your home. You can get all those information from our team. And we're not taking any service charge before or after visa, so there is nothing, you don't need to pay anything for your application procedures. We not only providing your application support, we also providing so many other services for this student. We giving you guidelines how to book your medical, how to book your visa interview, do your visa interview, air ticket reservation, and eventually we give you so many other tailored kinds of service for individual students. And I'm coming to you guys again. We are very end of our today's live session. It was really good to have all of you in the same time, and I'm going to one by one. So I'm starting from Amar. What would you say to all those students who are potentially trying to apply this September intake or want to go for January intake? What would be your advice for them?
Thank you very much, Imran, and thank you again for the lovely session today. It's a very good start of Monday for us to be with the EN Global. I would advise the student apply as soon as possible, because for the next intake, it's happening. For January, we don't know about the places. Is it limited or is it going to be open? So far, we have only limited programs that we are operating for January. So I would advise the student, you can start from now, secure your place, secure the scholarship, get in touch with EN Global. They will help you every step of the way, from the application to securing a position, to English test if needed, of course, free of charge, scholarship, and hopefully with the visa, because all the centers now, almost all the centers are starting to open in terms of visas. So, and we're ready to welcome you, everyone, in September.
Absolutely, yes. We're very much looking forward to getting started on October the 5th and welcoming all of our students from all over the world.
Thank you, Hina. And I'm going to Joe now. What would be your suggestion for all these potential students, please?
So if you're still considering studying abroad and specifically at Montfort University, we would encourage you to of course contact Imran at EN Global Education, so that him and his team can help you move things forward. I genuinely believe that, you know, if you're considering studying for this September, it could be a better option for you, you know, rather than waiting for the next September. So it's a really good opportunity for you. And yeah, if you are considering, please do contact Imran and he can help you further. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you guys, Hannah and Joe. I know you guys are really busy during this time, because like this is a very busiest time for during the year because of the September intake, and it's really we are really lucky to have all of you guys in our live session today, because like behalf of all our students, I would really grateful for all of you. And it was really nice and informative session for all those potential students who want to go for this September intake and who already holding an offer letter. And a student who is still waiting for make your application, feel free to contact with EN Global Education. Like we'll try to secure your scholarship and try to bring your offer letter as early as possible. Even though university sometimes takes 3 to 4 days to issue the offer letter, and we can help you to book your we are like British Council authorized IELTS registration center. So if any of the students want to book your IELTS registration also, so you can book by us. And we also doing the PTE registration in our office. So if anyone interested as well to secure your PTE registration, so you can still come and do this. I'm just receiving all the comment in our social media, like our previous students who are studying in Montfort University, they keep commenting now. So thank you guys. Okay, I'm just going to just pick one comment because he's one of my best students. His name is Mr. Shalom. I'm current student in DMU. I want to know if lectures continue online like it is now, what will happen for to newcomer, because we all not paying for online classes. Will DMU think about it?
So the fees will remain the same, purely because it's your learning experience, it's your investment in your future as well. So there's not going to be a change in the fees at all. The other part of the question.
Other part of the question you already covered up during your presentation, like this newcomer question. Thank you, Shalom.
Yeah.
And he's an existing student in Montfort University. I think he's doing a final year on his bachelor degree. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time. We'll hopefully see you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Hello. Are you looking to study in the UK? Then we have exciting news for you. We are here to assist you in every step to complete your journey to study in the UK. To find out the right universities, right course selection, free assessment and eligibility check, guidance in writing appropriate personal statement, guaranteed scholarship arrangements, arrange work placement with your course, embassy interview, preparation, and visa application. The good thing is, all these services are free of cost. We do not have any service charge or file opening costs before or after your application. And we are proud to work with over 97.5% success rate over the years. So get in touch with us and make your dreams come true.
Contact with EN Global Education Limited. Mobile 01704 099 457 or 017 305 99332.